Alexander James Sina.
Halloween is days away, and if you're anything like me when I was a kid, you want to get the most and best candy possible. So when you walk up to the door and they hand out that bowl, what do you grab? I'll have you know this video isn't just based on opinion, it's based on science. Science as hard as a jawbreaker, which incidentally is what my girlfriend calls to the charts! We'll start with F tier, which stands for forget about coming to this house next year. This is stuff nobody is ever happy to get trick-or-treating. We're talking black licorice, prayer cards, pennies, cheap plastic junk like spider rings. I don't care how romantic that scene in Parenthood was. There's out-of-season crap like Valentine's hearts and candy canes, and the two worst of all, candy corn and toothbrushes. Next, let's look at D tier, which stands for, dang, I wish this was the other kind. A lot of what you'll see in D tier is worse versions of stuff you'll find in higher tiers. The best example is the mini size, which is half the size of fun size, which means that house is no fun. But at least it's something. There's also just crappier types of candy, like Sprees, Nerds, Sweet Tarts, Suckers, Dum-Dums, Pez, Swedish Fish, Popcorn Balls. Pop Rocks and Fun Dips make good trade fodder. Jawbreakers are here, and the best example of this tier is Whoppers. Twizzlers is in this tier, but I want to clarify that's because the small sizes taste kind of weird, but the regular size ones are good. C tier is when you have stuff that can be good or can be crap. There's a lot up to personal taste, so it's nice to know what your friends like. My girlfriend scored the jackpot when she was growing up because she had a friend that didn't like chocolate, plus her sister didn't like the combo of peanut butter and chocolate, but we'll get to that later. I'm putting fruity stuff in this tier. I personally don't care for it because for me it's not worth the calories, but some people like them. Stuff like fruit snacks, fruit by the foot, jelly beans, gummy bears, Jolly Ranchers, Sour Patch Kids, Skittles, Starburst, green apple suckers. The best example of this tier is Tootsie Rolls. Some people love them, some people hate them. B tier is mostly pretty good stuff, as in better grab plenty. It's what I'll call lesser chocolate, which, I mean, it's still chocolate, but there's still better stuff. So B tier is Kit Kats, Twix, Three Musketeers, Baby Ruth, Butterfinger. For non-chocolate stuff, there's Gummy Lifesavers, Laffy Taffy, Tootsie Pops, Smarties. The best example of this tier is Ring Pops. Even if you don't like Ring Pops, they make great trade fodder, or a gift for the lady who's been harping on you for a ring for the last 8 months. For A tier, most chocolate goes here. Snickers is probably the best example and one of the most popular, but there's also Milky Way, Crunch, M&M's, Oreos, Crackle, Grandma's Cookies, Hershey's Kisses, personal favorite 100 gram bars. And speaking of money, I've had a few houses where a guy just handed out dollar bills. Now, let's talk about S tier, the best stuff, the king of candy. Anything king-sized bumps it up to S tier. Hershey's bars also made it here because they're one of the best Halloween candies to satisfy that chocolate craving. There's better chocolate out there, but not stuff people are going to be handing out. Except for this one. The top tier, Reese's. They're the best, and they know it, especially based off their commercials. So when you're trick-or-treating, try to keep this chart in mind, and also ask your friends what they like so you can get trade fodder for them. Or just keep this video to yourself and find out where your boyfriend hid his chocolate stash.